Hey everyone, welcome back to Learn with Maktoum. In the last video of computer concepts, we have finished with how the data is processed in the computer, and also we have covered the input devices and output devices. So in this video, we'll study about software. Okay. So what is a software? A software is said to be a collection of programs. What is a software? A software is collection of programs. Now the question comes, what is a program? Yes. So a program is collection of instructions or a group of instructions. So what is the instruction now? Yes. So to understand what is the instruction, let us write a small program like algorithm. So here what I'm doing, I'm reading A, I'm reading B, I'm calculating C equals to A plus B, and I'm displaying the C. So it is simple algorithm for calculating the sum of two numbers. Yes. So what is this? This is a program. Here each step is what? Each step is a instruction given to the computer. Yes. What I will say to the computer, firstly I will say it to read A, then I will say it to read B. So each instruction, each command which I am saying, it is an instruction given to the computer. So when these instructions are combined, it forms one program. Yes, it is a program to add two numbers. Yes. So like this, there will be multiple programs. This is a program for adding two numbers. You can have factorial or calculating the percentage and average. So when we combine multiple programs, that will become a software. A software is a collection of programs that performs a specific task. Okay. I hope I'm clear with this. Okay, so when I say software, there are two kinds of software. First one is application software, and one more is system software. Okay, application software and system software. So what is an application software? Consider the examples of, like, in your mobile phone, camera app. Yes. Contacts application. Yes. So why these applications are built? These applications are built for the users. Yes. Whereas if you consider the system softwares like Android or some interpreters, compilers, are we going to work with them? No, they are built for the machine. Yes or no? So here application software are the softwares which are built for the user to solve their problems. For example, camera application, which is used to capture the images, contacts to store the contacts, calendar to see the months, time, date, etc. The same way system softwares are built for the system management. Okay. For example for the system softwares are like operating system, compilers, interpreters. Okay, so these are the some of the examples of system softwares. Okay, so in this video I will mainly focus on operating system. We will see what is an operating system, what are the functions of an operating system, and the types of operating system. Okay, hope you are excited to learn about operating system. So with that excitement, let's start operating system. Okay, let us see what is an operating system. Okay, so say there is a computer, CPU, okay, and what? Keyboard, mouse, all the devices you have. So they are useless if you don't have operating system. The operating system makes them operational. Operating system makes them operational, and also the user programs are executed with the help of operating system. So what is an operating system? It is a system software. Yes, it is a system software which makes the computer operational and helps in executing the user programs. Hope you understood the definition. So you have all the devices. Yes, they are useless until there is no operating system. Okay, so the operating system makes them operational and also helps in executing the user programs. So which means what? Whenever a user is trying to work with the PC, the operating system will act as an intermediary between the system and the user. Okay, not only this much, it also manages the system resources. It also manages system resources, that may be memory or the input output devices. So all are managed by the operating system. Am I clear with this? Okay, so let us see the functions of operating system. So first function is memory management. So as I already explained in the previous videos, whenever the instructions are executed, they have to be stored in a memory. Yes, so that allocation of memory for the programs and data is done by the operating system. Once the instructions are executed, the next step is what? We have to deallocate the memory for them. Yes, that is also done by the operating system. So that is what called as memory management, that is allocating and deallocating the memory for the programs is done by operating system. Second one, we can go for file management system. So in the file management system, maybe creating a file, opening a file, reading from the file, and the permissions for the accessing files, and also the name of the file created, the last modification time, the size of the file, all the details are maintained by the operating system. Okay, then third one, we have processor management. So nowadays, if you see in the computers, we can perform multiple tasks at a time. We can process multiple tasks. For example, I am playing the songs and also I am giving for a printing. Yes, printing job I am giving, and also I am working in Excel sheet. Yes, and I can also play game. So multiple tasks I'm performing at the same time. That is what multitasking or the multiprocessing. Okay, so multiprocessing, during the multiple processing, the processes priorities will be given. Yes, that is also given by the operating system. Okay, that is what the processor management. Then final, we have device management. So whenever in a program you are reading something or you are displaying something, there the computer has to wait for the input or the output. Yes, so those input and output devices will be allocated by the operating system. Am I clear with this? Okay, so these four are mainly important, the functions of operating system: memory management, file management, processor management, and device management. Okay, so let us see the different types of operating system. Okay, let us see the types of operating system we have. There are four types: single user single tasking operating system, single user multitasking operating system, multi-user multitasking operating system, real-time operating system. So in the single user single tasking, there will be one user, okay, and he can perform only one task at a time. Okay, only one user can access the system and he can perform only one task at a time. That may be saving a file, opening a file, reading a file. Any one job can be performed at a time. And the second one, we have single user multitasking operating system. There will be single user, okay, only one user can access at a time, but he can perform multiple tasks. He can open a Word, at the same time he can also open the Excel. Okay, and coming to the multi-user multitasking, there will be multiple users, okay, will be accessing simultaneously, and they can perform multiple jobs. Okay, for all the users there will be a single CPU. Okay, coming to real-time operating system, this operating system can be seen in real-time application scenario, like in airlines or in weather casting. There we use real-time operating system. Okay, so for single user single tasking, there's a operating system called DOS, disk operating system. And single user multitasking, you can consider Windows. Okay, and multi-user multitasking, you can have Linux here. Okay, yes, in this operating system we can have two types of user interfaces. One is graphical user interface and one more is command line user interface. So when I say graphical, there we can see a drag and drop options will be there. You can see menus and icons, and this graphical user interface, a normal person can work with the graphical user interface easily. Okay, When I say command line, there will be something called as a text terminal. There will be a terminal where we are going to give the commands. So through the commands, we are going to operate the computer. So it is a bit difficult for the normal or ordinary user, because whatever he has to do it with the command. So if while typing the command, if in case he do any mistake, that may harm our system. Okay, so these are the two types of interfaces we can have. I hope you understood. So in this video, we saw what is a software, the types of software, and also we discussed what is an operating system. Yes, the functions of operating system and the types of operating system. Okay, everything is clear. Okay, so in the next video, we'll continue with some of the operating system. We will see some operating system like Linux or Windows. We are going to discuss about them. Okay, so that's all for this video. So I'm going to see you in the next video with the next topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye.